Welcome to Seneca Indians Baseball, live on KNEO.org. This broadcast is a sporting outreach of the KNEO Sports Network. You're now locked into the official pregame show of the Seneca Indians. Now, let's go to Ben Walcott, live on location.
And a pleasant, good, wet Tuesday afternoon here in Seneca, Missouri, as we get set for high school baseball here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network. It is the 14-4-1 Seneca Indians, 4-1 in Big 8 play versus the East Newton Patriots, coming in at 6-11 overall, 1-5 in Big 8 play. I'm Ben Wolcott, joined by Coach Daryl Harbaugh. Your countdown to first pitch sponsors: People's Bank of Seneca and Prater's Pharmacy. And Daryl, this Seneca team played a couple games on Saturday, and they had a tie in one of them against a very good Purdy team, and it was a game that went 2.5 hours long, and just nobody could find that game-winning run. Seneca scored their run in the first inning, and Purdy was able to tie it, and then neither team able to get that game-winning run. Ian Heffron went 7 innings for Seneca, pitched very well, obviously got a no decision. Drew Sherwood pitched 2 innings in that contest, and then game 2 of that, not series, but game 2 of the day for Seneca, they faced Diamond, and they got their demons out a little bit, I would say, because they hammered the baseball. They beat Diamond 17-2 in 3 innings, and they scored 14 runs in the second inning.
Well, it's amazing what pitching will do, especially good pitching, and Seneca has good pitching. And Purdy is a team that's got a good team this year and got good pitching. And so when it's 1-1, through 9 innings, it's a pitcher's duel. And you've got good kids behind you, and there were some very good plays made by both teams.
Yeah, I mean, Purdy came into that game. They were 17-1 on the season, so you knew it was going to be a tight game. You and I talked all the time about just the fact that Seneca's pitching is going to keep them in games, and that's exactly what happened on Saturday. You just talk all the time. Seneca was able to get some timely hits on Thursday against Monette. That was a big win, 4-1. Silas Bowl, a solo home run to left field, and then they got an insurance run in the 7th inning playing a little bit of small ball. But, it's those timely hits that Seneca's going to need if they want to advance out of districts and then do something in state play that they've never been able to do before and get out of the state sectional round.
Well, the pitching is going to keep you in a game, but you're going to have to score runs, and they've had a hard time scoring runs here lately. And hopefully, maybe they got a little confidence when they played Diamond. They scoring 17 runs in 14 or something in 1 inning. I mean, you have to. When you do that, you have to be you're hitting the baseball. And hopefully they get a little confidence by that.
And it's kind of interesting as well. Seneca has been able to hit the long ball as well. In the last 2 games I've seen, Daryl, I have seen Seneca hit 3 home runs. And, that's about as many I've seen in the previous 8 years that I've covered the team.
Well, yeah, Jagger had 2 of them in 1 game. And, I mean, you think about that. And I think we won the game, was it 4-3?
Yeah, and it was 4-0 at one point.
Yeah, and he hit 2 home runs, and we only scored 4, and got lucky to get out there with a win. Like I said, they got some good pitching this year, and pitching's going to keep them in a game. But, man, they have got to be able to hit the baseball and score some runs.
Go ahead and take a timeout. Come back with more of the preview after this. KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is Better Health, Better You.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
I'm Bryce Johnson with this Unpacking It Sports and Faith Minute. Those sports fans want rookies on their favorite team to make an instant impact. The reality is that most players take time to develop. As followers of Jesus, we desire to have a godly impact on others instantly. But realistically, it doesn't always turn out that way. Sometimes our impact on a person's faith journey isn't revealed until years later. So we must have an urgent patience. This means we don't hesitate to share, but patiently wait until it all clicks for them. We also must be patient for people to produce fruit, as it takes time to become spiritually mature. In the Bible, Jesus says, "Let your light shine before others, so that they may see your good works and give glory to your Father who is in heaven." Today, let's be challenged to make an impact on others by the way we live. Let's share the gospel and trust God to transform lives. I'm Bryce Johnson, and you can unpack that. For more, go to unpackingit.com.
And we welcome you back as we get set for action here between East Newton and Seneca. Excuse me, and Daryl, before the start of the season, this week was probably one of the weeks that you would have circled on your calendar, not because of East Newton, but because of Aurora. And if you had those games circled on your calendar, you have it circled for good reason, because if Seneca can win on Thursday afternoon against Aurora, they would not clinch it, but they would basically clinch the number 1 seed in district play. And it's a very busy 2 weeks for Seneca, week and a half to end towards the end of the regular season. If they can win their final 3 games here today, Thursday, and Tuesday, they would clinch a share of the Big 8 title.
Yeah.
At worst, they have the head-to-head over Nevada, but, they both have 1 loss. Seneca right now kicking themselves for that Mount Vernon loss because they have the head-to-head over Mount Vernon. But like we say all the time, that's baseball. But a very big 3 games here. And you don't take this East Newton team lightly, Daryl, because Seneca went on the road last year to East Newton, and they fell to them in conference play. So, East Newton is going to give them all they got here today. Newton County rivals, you probably played with these guys and against these guys a ton.
Oh, yeah. Over the years, they all know one another. And like I said, you cannot take anybody for granted, and you can't take any game for granted. It's baseball. You got to come and play every time. Are you going to play great every time? No, you're not. But, you've got to be able to find a way to get over and through the mistakes that you're going to make. And every coach knows they're going to make your kids. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to make bad decisions and put yourself in a bad spot, but you've got to play hard and see if you can come out on top and overcome those mistakes.
Next week, a busy week for Seneca. They got 3 games, all 3 games on the road. Like we said, Tuesday at Cassville, Thursday at Springfield Catholic, Friday at Galena. We'll have Tuesday and Friday for you of next week, but we still have this week to worry about. This game got pushed back 30 minutes thanks to rain and lightning and thunder in the area. But hopefully all of that has moved out, and we will be done with that, and we won't have to worry about that for the rest of the day. Coming into today, Daryl, I don't even know if it would be possible for this game to be able to be played at all. And, there's been, and, we were talking with the older coach used, and back in the day, you wouldn't have gotten this game in because you didn't have turf fields.
Yeah, there had been a lot of baseball not being played today. if the schools didn't have their turf field, and that's the only reason we're playing that they're playing here today. I mean, as Coach said, old Coach Mike Hughes said there's one year they only played 14 games, just because there was just the weather, and it's springtime in the Ozarks. You never know.
You look at this East Newton team, like we said, 6-11 overall, 1-5 in Big 8 play, but their one win was against Cassville, and so that they would love to come here and shake up the Big 8 standings.
Oh yeah, they'd love to get a win here over Seneca, but you can't take any team for granted. Just because they have a bad record and you have a good record, they can have a good day and you can have a bad day. You got to come out and play every game.
Look at this matchup by the numbers. Seneca 9-1-1 at home. East Newton 1-4 on the road. Seneca averages 6.6 a game while giving up 2.8. East Newton averages 4.6 while giving up 7.3. Like we said, Daryl, this week is a pivotal week for Seneca. Seneca is sitting atop of the district right now, 14-4-1. Monette, the 2 seed, 11-8. Overall, Aurora 11-11. Those are your top three. Cassville and East Newton rounded up. East Newton 6-11, Cassville 6-14, but East Newton has the head-to-head, so they would get the 4 seed over the 5 seed. The big thing for Seneca is they've basically played themselves into a position where, especially if they win here today, you're not playing on that Saturday because there is only going to be one Saturday game between the 4 and the 5 seed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they need to. They need to get that done, and they need to secure Aurora's a big one on game coming up on Thursday.
Yeah, that should be a fun one. You won't be able to be there, but I'll be there on Thursday. 4:30 first pitch, 4:10 airtime, and as of now, weather can change, but as of now, it's just supposed to be mostly cloudy on Thursday afternoon. Go ahead, take a timeout, come back with the starting lineups. After this, your countdown to first pitch sponsors People's Bank of Seneca and Prater's Pharmacy.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is numac.com or 417-451-1515. Numac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is your touchstone energy partner.
A business impact partner of KNEO is ProLube Tire and Auto Center in Neosho. Serving the area since 2001, they're open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. ProLube Tire and Auto Center offers tire and brake repair, as well as transmission service, front-end alignments, and more. Located at 1406 North Business 49 in Neosho. More information 417-526-4984 or online at proluberepair.com.
The Seneca R7 School District is proud to support the student athletes and coaches competing in this game. High school activities help students learn life values such as hard work, dedication, and teamwork. The Seneca R7 School District is honored to serve such a great community and wants to thank all the Indian fans for their great support. The Seneca R7 School District, tradition, pride, class.
A proud backer of the Seneca Indians is Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca. Located at 1101 Cherokee, they are honored to serve the area with traditional service options including church and graveside services. They also have prearranged funeral plans. For more information, the phone number for Funeral Director Mike Steele at Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca is 417-776-2251 or online campbell-biddlecomefh.com.
Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca is the place to go before or after the game. Check out their amazing menu of fan-favorite blizzards like Oreo or cookie dough. Happy hour is daily from 2 to 5 p.m. That means everything you can drink from a straw is half price, excluding premium shakes. Don't forget to grab one of their $7 meal deals or their signature stack burgers and top it off with a Misty Slush. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca, located at 308 Washington, open daily from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Proud to support the Seneca Indians.
Mid-America Specialty Markets of Seneca is a supporter of the Seneca Indians, and they're proud to bring you today's game. They provide insurance services for the four-state area, including home, auto, life, and agribusiness. Located at 910 Washington Avenue in Seneca, they are licensed in Missouri, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Kansas. Learn more today at midminsurance.com or call 417-451-9177. Mid-America Specialty Markets. Protecting your business and family is our specialty.
And we welcome you back. Your starting lineups here this afternoon, sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic, Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. First for the visiting East Newton Patriots, come in at a 6-11 overall, 1-5 in Big 8 play. Leading off is the shortstop, number 0, Caden Cole. Batting second and playing third base, number 8, Carson Reinhart. Batting third and doing the pitching, number 1, Braden Van Loo. Cleanup hitter is the catcher, number 3, Tanner Woods. Batting fifth and playing left field, number 4, Tucker Larson. Batting sixth and playing right field, number 24, Ajoku Cisse. Apologize if that name is wrong, but that's how I would pronounce it. Batting seventh and playing first base, number 23, Grant Friend. Batting eighth is the designated hitter, number 20, Leighton Pilcher. And batting ninth and playing second base, number 2, Brady Seiler. Their extra player is their center fielder, number 14, Wyatt Dunn. Now the starting lineups for the Seneca Indians. They come in at 14-4-1 overall and 4-1 in Big 8 play. Leading off is the shortstop, number 13, Jagger Wilson. Batting second and doing the pitching here this afternoon, number 18, Drew Sherwood. Batting third is the... I messed up my lineup here. Batting third is going to be the catcher, number 2, Silas Ball. Batting fourth is the designated hitter, number... I don't have his number.
Asher?
Yeah, Asher's number.
What is Asher's name? Asher's number?
Number 19, Asher Prater. Batting fifth is the center fielder, number 17, Ian Heffron. Batting sixth is the second baseman, number 1, Ryder Owens. Batting seventh is the first baseman, number 12, Bretton Crow. Excuse me, he's batting, yes, that is right, the seventh. Batting eighth is the left fielder, number 8, Jackson Yoakum. And batting ninth is the right fielder, number 23, Remington Albrecht. The extra player for Seneca is the third baseman, number 7, Blake McKinney. Sometimes, Daryl, you just wish in your score sheet that you could just, have a way to put everybody down one slot, because I somehow I did not put Asher Prater in there, and I had Silas Ball at DH, which is definitely wrong.
You've had all this time, Ben. We backed it up 30 minutes, and we still got it wrong.
Yeah, that's part of life, I guess. I guess the good news is I used pencil instead of pen, and so that way I didn't have to worry about, throwing out a lineup here.
Always pencil.
Yeah, I've known some people that have used pen, and I can't believe it because I make too many mistakes.
Yeah.
So.
No, I'm the same way. That's the reason they put a eraser on the back.
So, but, Daryl, we talked a little bit about Saturday. We talked a little bit previously, but, against good teams, you're going to have hard times, and you're going to have to try and find ways to manufacture some runs.
Exactly. There's some good teams out here, and you got to be able to. I know and everybody knows we have good pitching, but you're going to have to find the way to hit the baseball and make some runs. I mean, that pitching will keep you in a game, but they're not going to win you the game for you, okay? I mean, you can keep them at 0 maybe, but you still got to get 1 or 2 or 3 runs in, but that's what we've scored. And they're going to throw some. The other team is going to. They're going to score runs. I know we have good pitching, but they're going to score some runs.
Well, I was just going to say, you're not going to throw a shutout every time your pitcher is on the mound. I mean, Jagger Wilson threw extremely well against Monette on Thursday. He retired the final 14 batters that he faced, and Seneca as a team retired the final 15 batters that they faced. And Monette only had 2 hits on the afternoon, both in the first inning, but and Seneca caught some breaks there. There were some hits there that you really could have given errors. The wind on Thursday, Daryl, I mean, you weren't there, but you know how windy it was. The wind was playing havoc, and we talk all the time about those pop-ups in the infield that cause problems, and that is exactly what happened on Thursday. There was a ball that I think Silas Ball hit that started off near the first base coaching box, and it landed in fair territory that the first baseman couldn't grab. There was a ball that was in short right field that the second baseman couldn't grab, and Seneca got a couple hits out of those. You could have, we were kind of generous with the scoring. You could have called those errors. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here this afternoon. The wind, not much of a factor here today.
It is. It's late enough in the season that the outfield can adjust to that if it's windy. You don't practice straight pop-ups in the infield. You really don't practice them. You're practicing on-ball ground, getting turned to, all this stuff.
Go ahead and take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the start of the game for you after this on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
I learn best by doing.
I enjoy helping others.
I want to leave my mark.
Here, I discovered what I can do and who I can become.
What begins on this campus moves into studios, hospitals, and communities around the globe.
This is Missouri Southern State University.
Explore boldly.
Care deeply.
Impact globally.
One expanded mission built with lion pride.
Marine Center Incorporated is a sponsor of Seneca Athletics. In business since 1979, they offer Mercury and Suzuki motors, along with low boats as well as boat repairs. Located at 4961 Highway 43 in Joplin, Missouri, open Monday through Friday 9 to 5, Saturday 9 to 12, and closed on Sunday. For more information, the phone number is 417-781-7450 or online at marinecenterjoplin.com. The Marine Center Incorporated, where the slogan is, your family boating headquarters.
Helping your teen learn smart money habits doesn't have to be complicated. First Community Bank's teen checking account is built for tweens and teens 11 and up with parents in mind. Teens get their own debit card, ATM access, and mobile check deposit, plus a bundle savings account to help them plan ahead. Parents get peace of mind with no monthly fees, parental debit card controls, alerts and notifications, joint ownership, and full account access. Stop by any First Community Bank location to open a teen checking account today. First Community Bank, where community comes first. Member FDIC. See bank for details.
Forbes asked, and the people answered. Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance is one of America's best insurance companies. Forbes recognizes what our customers have known for generations. We are committed to protecting families and the lives they've built. For auto, home, life, and business protection, call Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance. We've got Missouri covered.
I am Josh Dotson with Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Services. If you're in Missouri, I'm for you.
I'm Mark Taylor, General Manager of KNEO Radio and the CEO of the Sky High and Seneca Indians Broadcasting Network. As we bring you these high school sports broadcasts each week, there are additional hours and behind-the-scenes work that has to be done to bring you this broadcast. And there's more and more equipment needed with the expansion of the internet or radio broadcast equipment, social media, plus there's fees, announcer costs. It all can add up. If you're a business, we could use your sponsorship. And if not, we are a non-for-profit broadcaster, so your gift is tax deductible. With less sponsors, we have to cut back on how many games or events done, and if that number drops too low, then we have to make other changes. So we would appreciate and look forward to the opportunity to get your business, church, or yourself involved. Contact us to find out more by calling 417-451-5636. or go to kneo.org and contact us there. We will follow up.
And we welcome you back as we get set for action here between Seneca and East Newton here this afternoon. And Daryl, even though it's been delayed by 30 minutes, there's a good crowd here. Obviously, East Newton does not have to travel very far, so you kind of expect a good crowd from East Newton here this afternoon.
Well, like you said, Ben, it's not very far down the road, and everybody likes to come out. It is amazing to me. Those fans over there at East Newton, they will come out and support their kids. They got good fan support, and like I said, they always have. They're always one of the smallest schools in the Big 8, and surprised me that they're up there, in 3A sometimes, in football, and 4A, and
in baseball, and basketball,
and basketball too.
As we get set for action here, Caden Cole to lead things off here. A little bit of a cooler day here this afternoon, 59 degrees here at first pitch. First pitch coming right around 4:59 p.m.
It cooled off.
Well, especially after those storms yesterday, Daryl, as here comes the first pitch. Fired in there for a strike, and the count's 0-1.
It was a cold rain early today, Ben, at around noon. So.
Yeah, that front that came through last night cooled things down, as that one is outside, and the count is 1-1 strike. 1-1 the count here on Cole. Sherwood pitched 2 times last week, as that 1-1 is hit on a couple hops to Owens, bobbles it a little bit, gets it back, and in time, a 4-3 put out. There's one down, a little bit closer than probably needed to be, but able to still get him out.
Well, that last bounce just kind of handcuffed him, come up into him, looked like he got it off the heel of the glove and up into him. Stayed in front of it, though, kept it alive.
Carson Reinhardt will come to the plate here for East Newton. Newmac Electric, Prater's Pharmacy, ProLube Maintenance Center, Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Zach's Car Wash as the first pitch is fouled out of play and the count's 0-1. Daryl Drew started against Lamar last week, went 5 innings, only threw 71 pitches, so they pulled him because they had that pitch is high for a ball and the count's 1-1 because they had a 4-0 lead at that time, and they were thinking, 45 pitches for Jagger to get out of it, and as that pitch is just outside and it counts 2-1. And Jagger, we've talked about it. We think Jagger likes starting, he's in his routine a lot more as a starter compared to a reliever, as that pitch is high and the count's 3-1.
They're more into starting pitching.
So here comes the 3-1, swung on and missed, and the count's full, 3-2.
You see, like I said, the outside pitch, Drew's missed a couple, and he's been mad at himself.
That 3-2 is popped in the air. Crow gonna sneak over near the East Newton dugout and snag it in foul territory for out number 2. This is Braden Van Loo will come to the plate. Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home, Big Nickel, Missouri Southern State University, Prairie Top Chiropractic, and the Springfield Cardinals all sponsoring the broadcast. And Daryl, this is not a complaint because we have had, I think, 99% of the days have been sunny, but this has probably been the worst day for baseball that we've had all year.
Yeah, and last few years this has been a good day for baseball, but it is still a good day for baseball. Are you kidding me?
So that pitch is outside corner in the count, quickly 0-2. Drew, and I think they pulled Drew Darrell on Tuesday to give him of eligibility for Saturday, as the 0-2 is swung on and missed for strike 3. That will inning, so we'll continue the conversation in the bottom of the first. In the top half for East Newton, nothing doing for them. We're through a half inning. It's East Newton nothing, and Seneca coming up.
A sponsor of community broadcasting on KNEO, Southwest Missouri Bank in Neosho, serving the Neosho area from 2 locations. They offer personal banking services, including checking and savings accounts, home loans, and online banking. Learn more online at smbonline.com. Southwest Missouri Bank, an equal housing lender. Member FDIC, where their slogan is
Southwest Missouri Bank, we can do that.
15 years, CareNet Pregnancy Resource Center has been serving women, men, and their families.
All of our services are free and confidential, and they include
first trimester ultrasounds, STI testing with treatment, and
pregnancy tests, as well as verification and community referrals.
One-on-one education classes for any parent or soon-to-be parent,
along with material assistance.
KNEO would like to thank the Big Nickel for sponsoring this portion of broadcasting on 91.7 FM. The Big Nickel is an advertising shopper for thousands of different items, from automobiles and livestock to help wanted and real estate. It covers a 70-mile radius in the 4-state area and is available in area businesses each week. Located at 1931 East 20th Street, Suite 103 in Joplin, Missouri. Their telephone number is 417-624-4100.
And we welcome you back as we get set for the bottom of the first. Jagger Wilson, Drew Sherwood, Silas Ball. First three due up for Seneca, Prater, Heffron, and Owens. The next three, Crow, Yoakum, and Albrecht, are the final three. East Newton looks like this in the field. Tucker Larson in left, Wyatt Dunn in center, and Ajoku Cisse in right field. Left to right in the infield, Carson Reinhardt at third, Caden Cole at short. At second base is Brady Seiler. First base is Grant Friend, with Tanner Woods catching Braden Van Loo here this afternoon. Daryl Jagger Wilson has had himself quite a junior campaign. Not only pitching, but batting as well.
Yeah, I mean, you know, when he's a freshman, I think I believe freshman, he set the triple record. When he was a freshman, his sophomore, he struggled. I think he was trying to change his swing his sophomore year, and he struggled through that. I thought he struggled more than his freshman year. He struggled his sophomore year, but I don't know what he's done. If he stayed with it, if he kept working on it through the, all through the fall and the winter, and now he's swinging the bat well, seeing the ball well.
He's also gotten some pop in his bat as well, as that first pitch is outside for a ball. Counts 1-0. He hit 2 home runs in that game against Lamar here in Seneca, which those are, 2 of, I think, 4 home runs in the 5 years of this year of this. He offers that and counts 1-1, but of this ballpark's existence, Nevada kid hit one out. Seneca's Dane Frossard hit one out, and then Jagger hit those 2. Those are the only home runs I remember seeing here in Seneca in the 5 years that this ballpark's been around. So that pitch is fouled back to the screen, and the count's 1-2.
Well, it would be a good one if they hit it out today. In that, probably maybe just a little bit of a north wind. It has been. It's been a northeast wind all day, so I'm assuming it's still the same.
1-2 the count here on Wilson. Long look in by Van Loo. As here comes the 1-2 offering. That's inside, and the count's 2-2. Mid-America Specialty Markets, Dairy Queen of Seneca, First Community Bank, Cedar Lane Farm and Garden, CareNet Pregnancy Center, and Watered Gardens, all sponsoring the broadcast. 2-2 the count here on Wilson. Comes the 2-2 from Van Loo, and that's outside. And he's worked at full. I think it was 1-2 at one point too, Daryl. So he's doing a good job of taking some pitches as well.
Yeah, it's 1-2.
So here comes the 3-2 offering from Wilson, or to Wilson from Van Loo. That breaking ball is outside for ball 4. Leadoff walk here, and Drew Sherwood will be coming to the plate, and he does a good job of taking a pitch, if not 2 pitches, Daryl, because Jagger Wilson very quickly could end up at third base.
I got a feeling that, I know Coach Hughes over there giving the signals and giving signs. I got a feeling they just have the green light whenever they want it.
So here comes the first pitch, and big jump there by Wilson, and he is in safely. I think that was a called strike, and so the count is 0-1.
I think so.
0-1 the count. here on Sherwood. And like we said, he'd be off probably on the first pitch, which he was. He might try and take third, too.
Well, it depends on how well they try to hold him on.
He's trying to cause a distraction. And Sherwood's going to try and bunt his way on. Third baseman does not have a play because the first baseman was charging. And so it'll be a bunt single for Drew Sherwood, as runners will be at first and third for Silas Ball.
Well, the second baseman was holding him on second base. Drew drops it down. Second baseman can't cover first base.
And that's one I think the first baseman has to realize I need to come back.
Right, yeah. You've got to cover.
As here comes the first pitch to Silas Ball. That breaking ball is low, and it was a delayed steal by Drew Sherwood. And so the count's 1-0.
Maybe a delayed steal, just trying to see if they'll throw it down to second or not. But there we go. We got runners in scoring position. Let's see if we can get some runs in.
1-0 the count here on Ball. Ball hit a solo home run to left field. So that pitch is over for a strike, and the count's 1-1. On Thursday afternoon against Monette, it was a high fastball, and he just let the velocity help carry it over the left field fence. That extended Seneca's lead from 2-1 to 3-1. The 1-1 is hit in the air to center field. Center field,
trouble.
or actually it's short second base, and good job there all around for East Newton, because they hit the cutoff man, which I think was the pitcher that time, and did not allow Wilson to come in and score.
Silas hit it right off the end of the bat. Just didn't get enough on it to get it out there. If it was either past that, if the center fielder would have caught it, Jagger's coming home.
One out here for Asher Prater.
See if we can get Asher to hit the baseball. Come on, Asher. Put the ball on the ground somewhere. We're scoring a run.
Here comes the first pitch to Prater, and that slider is swung on and missed, and the count's 0-1. Kind of started
the slider,
it at his
the curveball, the sweeper, whatever they want to call them now.
Well, it kind of started at his hip and went back across the plate.
Yeah.
So here comes the 0-1. That is outside. Good block there by the catcher. And Woods able to keep it not in front of him, but close enough to not allow Wilson to come in and score. 1-1 the count here on Prater. One out here in the bottom of the first inning.
It just tickles me as I'm watching the baseball highlights or something. They'll throw a curveball or something. It's the sweeper, and I'm like, you don't even know. You're up in the booth.
1-1 the count here. So here comes the 1-1. That fastball is high and outside, and the count's 2-1. One out here in the bottom of the first. Seneca has runners at second and third. So here comes the 2-1 offering. That breaking ball does not break enough, and the count's 3-1.
Stayed high up in the zone, didn't it, Ben? Did not come down.
Chance to load the bases here with a walk for Ian Heffron. Prater would prefer a base hit and 2 runs in. That pitch is yanked to the backstop, not far enough away for Wilson to come. Or I should say, Daryl, more of what happened is it hit that hard pad and bounced right back. As we will have a pinch runner, and it will be Derek Sherwood for Asher Prater. One out here for Ian Heffron. So Derek Sherwood will run. You got 2 Sherwoods out on the base pass. A Drew, a Derek, and a Dave is coaching first base.
And we need a base hit. We need a hit. Come on, Ian, hit the baseball.
As here comes the first pitch to Heffron. And that fastball is high for a ball on the count. Is 1-0. They're trying to roll 2 up the middle. They're coming home at the corners.
Yeah.
1-0 the count here on Heffron. 1-0 stays high, and the count's 2-0. Obviously he doesn't want to go 3-0 here.
No, like I said, the next two pitches, Ian ought to be licking his chops. The next two pitches ought to be good ones. Or he's trying to throw good ones. Let's put it that way.
Here comes the 2-0. That breaking ball hits the outside corner. It counts 2-1.
Okay.
Not much you would have done with that, so that's not a horrible pitch to take if you're
no.
Heffron.
No.
1 out here. Bases full of Indians. 2-1 is outside, and the count's 3-1. Don't want to walk in a run.
No, as a pitcher, you want to make him earn it.
He has struggled with his command. Already 2 walks in the inning for Van Loo. As here comes the 3-1 offering. That's outside for ball 4. So it's an RBI walk for Ian Heffron, as Jagger Wilson will allow, or I shouldn't say allow, Jagger Wilson will come in and score. Everybody else advances 90 feet. And we may already have a pitching change.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a pitching change.
It is the head coach going out and talking. That's the only reason why I say that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they don't have really pitching coaches here in the high school level much, but it's just like he's probably just going out there trying to settle him down. Throw strikes. You got to live with the result. Throw strikes. You can't be afraid to throw strikes because you're scared to death they might hit it and get some runs in. What are you going to do, walk them? They got to get them in anyway. So it's just like, throw a strike. Relax.
It's 1 run in for Seneca. Ryder Owens at the plate.
As a pitcher on the mound, you got to dare the batter to hit the baseball.
1 out here in the inning. As here comes the first pitch, and it hits Owens. Breaking ball.
That hit by pitch brings in Drew Sherwood for the Indians.
Sherwood will come in. That's Drew Sherwood coming in.
Yeah, and I don't know. Okay, I don't know if the coach is calling him. I'm assuming the coach is calling the pitch, but throwing a break, is that his best pitch? He's having a hard time finding the strike zone. Let's throw fastball. Get a fastball over the strike zone.
So here comes the first pitch to Brenton Crow, and that's high. Counts 1-0. People's Bank of Seneca, Crowder College, Christian Healthcare Ministries, Seneca School District, Northwest Arkansas Naturals, all sponsoring the broadcast. 2 runs in the inning already for Seneca. As here comes the 1-0. That's high and outside, and the count's 2-0. 3 walks and a hit by pitch in the inning.
Yeah, I know it's getting the runs in, but I hate seeing any pitcher struggle like this. Just wish we'd calm down and throw some strikes.
And I think Crow called time.
He did.
So Van Loo was taking a lot of time trying to figure out what they were going to call or throw. Comes the 2-0. That tail's outside, and Derek Sherwood doesn't want to make the second out at home, and so he stays put. Hard time reading that one. 3-0 the count here on Crow. Crow would probably be taking 1, if not 2 pitches here. Especially with a 3-0 count.
Yeah, you're just, we've seen Van Loo over the years. We know he's a better athlete than this.
The 3-0 is yanked into the dirt, and it was ball 4. So a run comes in and scores anyway. As the other Sherwood, Derek Sherwood will come in, and the 8th batter to bat in the inning for Seneca is Jackson Yoakum. So 3 runs in the inning here. As here comes the first pitch to Yoakum. That's over for a strike. Counts 0-1.
Come on, Jackson.
There have been 4 walks and a hit by pitch in the inning, And the one hit is a bunt single by Drew Sherwood.
Come on, Jackson. Let's hit the baseball.
So here comes the 0-1. That is yanked outside, and the count is 1-1. Southwest Missouri Bank, Neosho Daily News, Marine Center Incorporated, Community Bank and Trust, Safe First Storm Shelters, all sponsoring the broadcast. 1-1 the count here on Yoakum. Comes the 1-1. Breaking ball sneaks by the catcher, and Heffron not going anywhere. Snuck under the glove, but not far enough for Heffron to try and get home.
Yeah, we're not only one out. Bases loaded. Pitcher struggling a little bit. You're not going to get very far.
2-1 the count here on Yoakum. So here comes the 2-1 pitch from Van Loo. And that is yanked outside, and the count is 3-1.
He's just hanging on to it a little bit longer. I don't know if he's not coming over the top enough.
And I don't know either, the 30-minute delay, if that had an effect. I mean, they noticed.
No, it's
3-1 the count here on Yoakum.
4:30 to 5 o'clock. That's not going to hurt.
Here comes the 3-1. That hits the outside corner, and the count's full at 3-2.
All right.
Got to protect now here with 2 strikes.
Get ready, Jackson.
1 out here in the bottom of the first, 8th batter in the inning. So here comes the 3-2. Breaking ball is hit in the air down the right field line, and it's going to get out of play behind the East Newton bullpen. You can't take that pitch, especially after the 3-1 called strike. And so he's able to spoil it and get himself another pitch.
Yeah, it's a good swing. It's a good at bat. It's close. Put a bat on it. If you don't like it, foul it off, do something. Get ready to hit this one.
Here comes another 3-2 from Van Loo. That is outside for ball 4. That is the 4th walk of the inning, if not the 5th. And here is a pitching change coming up. We'll take a timeout, come back with the change after this on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is Better Health, Better You.
The Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce is an organization that exists to make Southwest Missouri a better place to live. That is why they are proud supporters of high school athletics. They understand that the life lessons learned from sporting competition teaches responsibility and discipline and makes our student athletes better citizens for tomorrow. Learn more about local area events online at neoshocc.com. Proud supporters of local school athletics.
Remington Albrecht will come to the plate here as Carson Reinhardt comes in to pitch here for East Newton. As Van Loo just didn't have it today, 5 walks and a hit by pitch. Base is still loaded. So Albrecht takes a called strike, and the count's 0-1. Unless Albrecht hits into a double play, Jagger Wilson will have a second plate appearance here in the inning.
Reinhardt was throwing strikes here. In the warm-ups he was.
0-1 breaking ball in there for a strike, and the count's 0-2. Four-State Sports Report, Missouri Farm Bureau Agent Josh Dotson, the Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce, Huddle Springs Church of Christ, Toner Connections, all sponsoring the broadcast. Yes, here comes the 0-2 pitch to Albrecht. Breaking ball swung on and missed. You can't go anywhere.
No, he's out.
And it's a good thing they told Jackson Yoakum that, because he was starting to head towards second base, and they got him, almost got him doubled off.
Almost sounded like he got a piece of that. Maybe not.
So there's 2 down here for Wilson. Wilson walked and scored earlier this inning. If Wilson can find a gap, it will be 7-0 here quickly.
There's a big one out there in left field.
That fastball is high and outside, and the count is 1-0.
Look at that down the line or left center. That center fielder is way over, 20 feet over in right field.
Yeah, and they've even moved the left fielder over as well. That pitch is fouled off, and the count's 1-1. And, you know, I'm not picking on Van Loo really at all, Daryl, but Reinhardt has come in and he's thrown strikes.
Yeah. I mean, Van Loo just had one of those days he just can't find nothing.
1-1 the count here on Wilson. That breaking ball stays outside, and the count's 2-1.
And there's probably nobody more upset than he is. That's it, you know.
2-1 the count here on Wilson. As here comes the 2-1 from Reinhardt. Fastball popped in the air. Foul out of play, and the count's 2-2. 4 runs in the inning for Seneca, only 1 hit, and it was a bunt single. Deuces are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. So here comes the 2-2 from Reinhardt. That stays outside, and the count's full at 3-2. Runners will be off on the pitch. So if even a single should score 2 easily. So here comes the 3-2 offering. That pitch is fouled out of play. So we'll do it again. Wilson just a little bit late on that one, but got a piece.
Get a piece of it, hang around, get used to the pitcher, get a better look.
So here comes another 3-2 offering. That pitch is inside for ball 4. So he has walked both times. Another run in for Seneca. And Drew Sherwood will be coming to the plate.
Now batting for Seneca, number 18, Drew Sherwood.
As Heffron comes in and scores.
Holy cow, that right fielder is even further over here with Drew. Or the center fielder into right field.
Well, they have been pull happy. I will say Drew has been pull happy so far this year. As that first pitch is a ball, it counts 1-0.
He's on the inside part of the plate. If that center fielder that far over, you've got to be pitcher. You've got to throw it on the inside.
So here comes the 1-0. Hits the inside corner, and the count's 1-1. Over at the Neosho Daily News, wish the Seneca Indians good luck. Let's go get that win. Community Bank and Trust, proudly serving our customers for the past 140 years. Visit their branch at 1102 South Cherokee for all your banking needs. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, proud sponsor of the Seneca Indians. As that was dribbled to the first baseman, and he's able to get it to the pitcher covering, and it's a 3-1 putout to end the inning. For Seneca in the inning, they get 5 runs on 1 base hit. There were no errors, and they strand 3. 1 in the books. Seneca up 5-0.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is Better Health, Better You.
Tanner Woods to start off the inning here for East Newton. So that first pitch is in there for a strike, and the count's 0-1. Daryl, sometimes long innings like that as a pitcher, can that be one of the worst things? Obviously, you love the fact that you got 5 runs as that's foul tipped and the count's 0-2, but on a cold day like today, is it hard to keep your arm loose?
That's the reason they get warm-up pitches. He's ready.
So here comes the 0-2. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
It's Drew. Drew doesn't like to mess around. And we've noticed, last time I noticed him pitch, when he's missed those pitches high and outside, he gets mad at himself because he doesn't want to mess around. He wants to get up there and throw strikes.
Tucker Larson coming in. And he takes a ball low, maybe inside, and the count's 1-0. Northwest Arkansas Naturals are at home at Arvis Ballpark through Sunday, May 3rd, as they face the Springfield Cardinals. For ticket information, visit nwanaturals.com. Support our high school baseball on KDO as Larson swings through that, and the count's 1-1. As here comes the 1-1. That pitch is dribbled down the third base line. It stays foul, and the count's 1-2. I have a moment. We'll tell you what Seneca looks like in the field because I forgot to do that at the start of the game.
I was going to remind you, Ben.
Jackson Yoakum in left, Ian Heffron in center, Remington Albrecht in right. Blake McKinney just picked that ball up in foul territory at third base as that 1-2 is high, and the count's 2-2. Jagger Wilson at short, Ryder Owens at second, Brenton Crow at first. So here comes the 2-2, and that's swung on and missed for strike 3. It's 3 straight strikeouts over 2 innings for Sherwood as there's 2 down for Joku Cisse. And Silas Ball is catching Drew Sherwood here this afternoon. And Daryl, if Sherwood continues to do this and Seneca has, as that first pitch is high, counts 1-0, and Seneca has a big enough lead, do you potentially think of taking him out to leave him as another option for Thursday if you need him, as that's fired in there for a strike and the count's 1-1?
Well, I think Coach will play it by ear. Probably, depends on what we do the next few innings.
Here comes the 1-1. That's swung on and missed, and the count's 1-2. Springfield Cardinals return home to Route 66 Stadium Tuesday, May 5th. So they open up a 6-game set versus the Corpus Christi Hooks that goes through Sunday, May 10th. For ticket information, visit springfieldcardinals.com. Support our high school baseball on KNEO. 2-2 the count here on Cisse. That's low, and he's worked it full. Keep up on the latest Seneca broadcast ball game schedule. Be sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/KNEO Radio. Follow us on X at KNEO 917 Sports. 3-2 at the count, and that is high for ball 4. First walk of the game by Sherwood, and there's 2 down for Leighton Pilcher. Nope, wrong batter. Grant Friend is at the plate. Just like I did on Seneca's, I skipped a row. Cisse doesn't have a big lead at first.
No.
First pitch is high. Counts 1-0. Everybody, I think, in the four-state area knows how good Drew Sherwood is at the pickoff move.
Yeah. He'll walk him just so he can pick him off first base.
Here comes the 1-0. Popped up in the air.
Be short.
Owens and Wilson calling for it, and Wilson calls for it just in front of the second base back. For East Newton, they strand a walk. We're 1.5 done here in Seneca. Seneca up 5-0.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is numac.com or 417-451-1515. Numac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is your touchstone energy partner.
The Seneca R7 School District is proud to support the student athletes and coaches competing in this game. High school activities help students learn life values such as hard work, dedication, and teamwork. The Seneca R7 School District is honored to serve such a great community and wants to thank all the Indian fans for their great support. The Seneca R7 School District, tradition, pride, class.
Silas Ball to lead off the second here for Seneca, 3-4-5 against Carson Reinhardt. Has a 1-0 count on him. That pitch is inside, and the count's 2-0. There was, I think, 6 walks there in the first inning. 6 walks and a hit by pitch. As here comes the 2-0 from Reinhardt. That's over for a strike, counts 2-1. Ball popped out to the second baseman. It was kind of short center field his first time.
Yeah, just right off the end of the bat.
But that was against Van Loo. 2-1. Back up
go.
the middle where it came from. And it's a single to start the inning for Seneca. As that's the second hit of the game for Seneca. Ironically enough, Darryl, the first hit of the game for Seneca was a bunt single.
Yeah. And basically, in all honesty, misplayed by East Newton.
Yeah, because the first baseman should have been at the bag, not
yes.
coming in and charging.
Bunt went away from him. He should have been back.
Asher Prater now at the plate here for the Indians. Breaking ball is over for a strike, and the count's 0-1.
Silas out there with a decent lead.
May try and steal second here.
I don't know.
0-1 the count here on Prater. Trying to distract Reinhardt. Reinhardt isn't looking at all, and that's the second breaking ball that starts off at his hip and breaks over the plate. Those are hard to swing at. I mean, Prater's kind of kicking himself, but, you know, when it looks like it's going to hit you and the next thing you know it's over the plate, that's a little difficult.
You got to pick up that spin.
Here comes the 0-2. That's outside. Catcher blocked it, but a big enough secondary lead by Ball, and he's able to take second on the wild pitch.
Yeah, Silas did a good job of reading that. The catcher went down to block it. The ball bounced away from him about 5, 6, 8 feet. Silas took off and got the second base.
1-2, the count will be on Prater.
Now he's in scoring position.
As here comes the 1-2 from Reinhardt. That pitch is hit to the right side, and it's going to be it hit him. Is that safe?
Has to be safe.
So I guess you give him a single?
Has to be a single. I mean, the second baseman did get over there and catch it. Problem is, Reinhardt was sitting there on the mound watching. Reinhardt should have been covering first base.
Yeah, because the first baseman was trying to get there. You don't blame the first baseman trying either.
No, it's.
And Prater's already been run for, so they can't pull him again because he can't re-enter again as Heffron takes a called strike. Counts 0-1.
Yeah, and like I said, Reinhardt kind of got caught on the mound watching and didn't make it over there in time.
0-1 the count here on Heffron, and ball only got third on the play. So that's swung on and missed, and the count's 0-2. Guess it was foul tipped. But Van Loo's final line was a third of an inning, 1 hit, 5 runs, 5 earned, 5 walks.
Yeah, he just couldn't find the plate
today.
Yeah.
It happens. Everybody has those days.
It happens. I hate to see it happen, but it happens.
So 0-2 is swung on and missed for out number 1.
You can't go anywhere.
As a Ryder Owens will come to the plate, and, Daryl, I will say Reinhardt has settled things down. He's given up 2 hits in this inning, but that's his second strikeout, and he's gotten a ground out as well. I mean, even the 2 singles are ground balls.
Yeah.
So he's come in and he's thrown well.
Well, he's making Seneca have to hit the baseball.
Comes the first pitch to Owens, and it's fouled at the plate, and the count's 0-1. Newmac Electric, Prater's Pharmacy, Perlu Maintenance Center, Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, and Zach's Car Wash, all sponsoring the broadcast. 0-1 the count, mostly cloudy. I don't even say mostly cloudy. It is cloudy. Cloudy skies here in Seneca this afternoon. As that pitch is yanked foul, and the count's 0-2. I don't know if that was a hit and run or if Prater was trying to straight steal there. But 0-2 the count. I think he was trying to straight steal because he had a big enough lead because just the reaction from Coach Hughes, I think Prater was trying to steal that one off of the pitcher because Reinhardt hasn't looked at first at all. 0-2 is swung on and missed for strike 3. And there are 2 down, back-to-back strikeouts for Reinhardt as Bretton Crow will come to the plate. Campbell Whitcomb Funeral Home, Big Nickel, Missouri Southern State University, Prairie Top Chiropractic, and the Springfield Cardinals sponsoring the broadcast. 2 outs here for Crow. Seneca had 2 runners get on to start the inning, but it's that first breaking ball that hits the outside corner, and the count's 0-1. Mid-America Specialty Markets, Dairy Queen of Seneca, First Community Bank, Cedar Lane Farm and Garden, CareNet Pregnancy Center, and Watered Gardens, all sponsoring the broadcast. So here comes the 0-1. That's high and outside. Counts 1-1. 2 outs here. In the bottom of the second, Seneca put up a 5 spot in the first inning. As here comes the 1-1. Now 1-1 is outside. Counts 2-1. Prater getting a very good secondary lead over there at first base.
Yeah, he's got to be careful a little bit. Reinhardt really hasn't looked that much at him.
2-1 the count. Here comes the 2-1. That pitch is fouled back to the screen, and the count's 2-2. That one he just missed, Daryl.
Yeah, that was a good pitch to hit, and just Crow just missed it, got underneath it just a touch.
So 2-2 the count here. Reinhardt, after giving up those 2 singles, has 2 strikeouts in a row. Comes to the 2-2. Breaking ball swung on and missed for strike 3, and that will end the inning for Seneca. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. They strand 2 in the books. 5-0 Indians.
A business impact partner of KNEO is ProLube Tire and Auto Center in Neosho. Serving the area since 2001, they're open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. ProLube Tire and Auto Center offers tire and brake repair, as well as transmission service, front-end alignments, and more. Located at 1406 North Business 49 in Neosho. More information 417-526-4984 or online at proluberepair.com.
Americans have a big healthcare problem. Over 100 million citizens carry medical debt while spending on overpriced and complicated health insurance. As Christians, we don't have to pay for a broken system. Christian Healthcare Ministries is a faith-based alternative to health insurance at half the cost. Plus, you can enroll at any time. Stand up to insurance and join CHM today.
Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca is the place to go before or after the game. Check out their amazing menu of fan-favorite blizzards like Oreo or cookie dough. Happy hour is daily from 2 to 5 p.m. That means everything you can drink from a straw is half price, excluding premium shakes. Don't forget to grab one of their $7 meal deals or their signature stack burgers and top it off with a Misty Slush. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca, located at 308 Washington, open daily from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Proud to support the Seneca Indians.
8, 9, and 1 due up for East Newton here in the third as Leighton Pilcher takes the ball. Pilcher, Brady Seiler. Then you get back to the top of the order. That 1-0 is swung on and missed, and the count is 1-1. And Caden Cole. 1-1 the count. Here comes the 1-1. That's fouled back to the screen. The count's 1-2, and one of the greater amusements is Pilcher has a pencil bat.
Oh, yeah. Didn't notice that.
That 1-2 is swung on and missed for strike 3. One out here. Fourth strikeout of the game for Drew Sherwood. As Brady Seiler will come to the plate. People's Bank of Seneca, Crowder College, Christian Healthcare Ministry, Seneca School District, Northwest Arkansas Naturals, all sponsoring the broadcast. First pitch is high to Seiler. It counts 1-0. Deep breath by Sherwood and gets the sign he likes. 1-0. He's in there for a strike, and the count's 1-1. Seneca playing at Aurora on Thursday as that hits the inside corner and it counts 1-2 in a critical game. And now, Daryl, Aurora may have an advantage in that game because they didn't play today. So that 1-2 is swung on and missed for strike 3. There's 2 down as Caden Cole come to the plate.
Well, they didn't play today. They're supposed to play Nevada. It's going to get, postponed sometime and made up sometime. And there you go. The pitch counts now. When you make up games, they count. And you got to get it just right.
So here comes the first pitch to Cole. Cole grounded out to second his first time up. Southwest Missouri Bank, Neosho Daily News, Marine Center Incorporated, Community Bank and Trust, Safe First Storm Shelters, all sponsoring the broadcast as that pitch is lined over the head of Blake McKinney. It will be a long single for Caden Cole. Nice hit there. You just wish McKinney was about 2 inches taller.
2 inches taller, he would have had it. Good job by Yoakum out there in
the
left field.
Jackson Yoakum, yeah.
Good play by Jackson, getting over in front of that, getting the ball into second base, holding him to a single, because that could very easily be a double.
As Carson Reinhardt will come to the plate, he fouled out to Crow his first time up.
And we might see him get back on the bag here a couple times.
So that first pitch is in there for a strike, and the count's 0-1. Four-State Sports Report, Missouri Farm Bureau Agent Josh Dotson, Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce, Idle Springs Church of Christ, and Toner Connections sponsoring the broadcast. That one swung on and missed, and the count quickly is 0-2.
Got 0-2. Do you try to throw it over?
No.
Because he's off the bag a long ways. Yeah, he is.
They are going to throw over, and they have.
They don't have him yet. There
potentially
you go.
Picked off, and it goes 1-3-6 is the pickoff, and that will end the inning for East Newton. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left. We head to the bottom of the third, not the fourth. Head to the bottom of the third. Seneca up 5-0.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Sponsoring the East Newton Patriots is Promised Land Fellowship on the south side of Highway 86 across from East Newton High School. Promised Land Fellowship has services on Sundays at 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. They also have children, youth, and adult services on Wednesday nights at 7. Promised Land Fellowship on the south side of 86 Highway across from the high school, proudly supporting the Patriots.
WG Marketplace isn't your average thrift store. Think boutique vibes with a mission. Every dollar you spend helps those struggling with homelessness through Watered Gardens Ministries. WG Marketplace. Shop with purpose. Give with impact.
Loud noise! What you want to? We were dispatched out here to the old 1400 block. Got some suspicious activity back in the alleyway. 1023, we've got 2 suspects moving a lot of boxes back here in the alley. We're gonna approach and find out what's going on here. You two, let me see some ID.
Hey, we're the Office Concept guys. We're selling and moving copiers as fast as we can go.
104 HQ, this is just a copier company with a lot of sales going on.
Copy that.
Jackson Yoakum to start off the inning here for Seneca, 8-9-1 as he fouls that pitch out of play, and the count's 0-1. Yoakum, Albrecht, and Wilson are the 3 scheduled hitters for Seneca. Seneca does have a couple guys up in the bullpen, but those just may be bullpens. As that pitch is back to Reinhardt, and it is a 1-3 putout, and there's one down here. Remington Albrecht will come to the plate. Wilson, who's on deck, does not have an official at bat. He has walked twice. Albrecht 0 for 1. He struck out against Reinhardt. He's the first man to face Reinhardt here today. As here comes the first pitch to Albrecht. That is outside for a ball, and the count's 1-0. Like we said, East Newton has gotten things settled down here with Reinhardt as that pitch is fouled into the screen. And the count's 1-1. What out here at the bottom of the third? So that 1-1 is spoiled foul, and the count's 1-2. Did that get through the screen?
I don't know, got through or crawled over. I don't know.
1-2 the count. Here comes a 1-2 from Reinhardt. Breaking ball stays outside, and the count's 2-2. Northwest Arkansas Naturals are at home at Arvis Ballpark through Sunday, May 3rd, as they face the Springfield Cardinals. For ticket information, visit nwanaturals.com. Supporter of high school baseball, KNEO. As the backdoor bender is in there for strike 3. There's 2 down as Jagger Wilson will come to the plate. He walked twice in the first inning against 2 different guys.
Yeah.
So I think he would love a chance to hit here.
Nobody on, 2 outs. Reinhardt will be going at him.
First pitch swung on and missed, and the count's 0-1. Springfield Cardinals down in Northwest Arkansas face the Naturals. Their game today got postponed. Play a doubleheader tomorrow. So that pitch is high and outside, and the count's 1-1. With I think it's a 4:45 first pitch of game 1 of the doubleheader. Whether you're a Cardinals or a Naturals fan, there's good baseball to be had. As that pitch is hit on a hop, second baseman tried to get it, Darryl, before it hit the short hop, and he couldn't get there, and it's a single for Wilson. You know, nice effort there by the second baseman, just couldn't quite get there.
Again, the ball just dove right in front of him. He tried to get it on the short hop, but it just crawled right up his arm and just over the top of him.
So a single for Wilson, and like we say all the time, he stole a base in the first. He will probably be off on the first pitch unless Reinhardt decides to throw.
I would say yes.
And he is off on that first pitch. Pitch is in there for a strike and ends safely as Jagger Wilson. And Darryl, I don't know how many stolen bases he has, but I think he's wanting to take Higgins' record.
He keeps hitting home runs. He's not going to get it.
0-1 the count here on Sherwood.
Yeah, ain't nobody holding him on.
That 0-1 is low, and the count's 1-1. Springfield Cardinals return home to Route 66 Stadium Tuesday, May 5th, as they open up a 6-game set versus Corpus Christi Hooks. Goes through Sunday, May 10th. Ticket information, visit springfieldcardinals.com. Support our high school baseball on KNEO. So that 1-1 is high, and the count now 2-1 here on Sherwood. Runner in scoring position here for Seneca. 2-1 the count on Sherwood. So here comes the 2-1. They're going to throw behind Wilson, and he's back safely. Say, with the second baseman trying to hold him on, too, if he hits it to that pull side, it could get through very easily.
That was good. That was actually a good play by East Newton.
2-1 the count. Here comes the 2-1 offering. Wilson going to try and steal third, and he is in safely to third base. Sherwood saw he had a big enough jump, and he has a good enough hitter discipline to take that pitch, and he's a good two-strike hitter, too. He's not worried about a 2-2 count. Here comes the 2-2 to Sherwood. Breaking ball is hit up the middle, and it's an RBI single for Drew Sherwood.
That's a beauty hit right down in the center field, getting Jagger Wilson home.
And that makes it 6-0 for Seneca. As Silas Ball will come to the plate here for the Indians.
Good piece of hitting by Drew Sherwood that time.
Even if Jagger Wilson doesn't steal third, I think Wilson would have come home and scored.
Jagger would have scored anyway. But here we go, and Drew's the same way.
Big lead over at first. Silas Ball at the plate. He's 1 for 2. So he's off on the first pitch, and Sherwood is in there safely. This ball takes called strike, and the count's 0-1. Keep up on the latest Seneca broadcast ball game schedule. Be sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com. It's KNEO Radio. Follow us on X at KNEO917 Sports. 0-1 the count on Ball. He singled right up the middle his last time. That pitch is popped in the air, foul, and it's going to sneak out of play behind the East Newton dugout, behind first base, and their count's 0-2. Two out hitting for Seneca has got their run.
See if we can get another one here from Silas.
So here comes the 0-2, and that's outside. Nice job by the catcher there. Woods snagging that one. 1-2 the count.
Well, keeping Sherwood at second. I mean, there's ways you can score from third base without a base hit.
So here comes a 1-2 offering from Reinhardt. He takes a pitch high, and in at third base is Drew Sherwood.
Drew Sherwood steals third.
Counts 2-2. With 2 strikes, if it was close, Ball would have had to swing, but
yeah,
that one wasn't close enough for him to have to offer. Another run 90 feet away here for Seneca. So the 2-2 is swung on and missed. Strike 3, and that will end the inning. Seneca does get another run in the inning on 2 base hits. There were no errors, and they strand 1. Head to the 4th inning. Seneca up 6-0.
Cedar Lane Farm and Garden at 143 Cherokee Avenue in Seneca is your local feed dealer and a supporter of Seneca Indian sports. Offering vet, livestock, and pet products, Cedar Lane also carries a full line of farm and garden supplies. For more information, contact Cedar Farm and Garden on Cherokee Avenue in Seneca today. The number is 417-776-8231. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturday, 8 a.m. through 2 p.m. for your convenience. Go Indians! Huddle Springs Church of Christ is bringing you today's ball game. They're a family-friendly church located just a few miles outside Seneca at 19306 Huddle Springs Road. With Sunday morning and evening worship services as well as midweek services on Wednesdays, check out HuddleSpringsChurchofChrist.org for more information about all the classes and fellowships they offer throughout the week. Huddle Springs Church of Christ, where they say, we want to go to heaven with you.
Tornado season doesn't give you a warning, but you can be ready. State Line Welding and Fabrication builds heavy-duty steel, safe first storm shelters, fabricated right here locally and installed by people who know what they're doing. Reinforced construction, secure door systems, custom sizing. Protect what matters most. Get your quote today, 417-438-2135, or find them on Facebook.
And we welcome you back as we hit the top of the fourth here in Seneca, as Carson Reinhardt will start off the inning. I think that was a ball, Darrell, and the count's 1-0.
That's the pitch that he wants to throw. He wants to throw that high outside strike, though.
Pitch is laced to Wilson. Can't field it cleanly, but he's able to knock it down and get the ground out instead. He was trying to field it before it got to the hop, but knocked it down enough, and it settled in front of him where he was able to snag it for out number one.
Yeah, he just got it on the move and kept going with it. Grabbed it by the hand, didn't grab it by the glove again. Grabbed it by the hand and threw it to first base.
Braden Van Loo will come to the plate here. So that pitch is swung on and missed, and the count's 0-1. Newmac Electric, Prater's Pharmacy, Perlew Maintenance Center, Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Zach's Car Wash, all sponsoring the broadcast. Here comes the 0-1. That pitch is yanked down the left field line, and that's it far, but Jackson Yoakum out there in deep left field, able to snag it for out number 2. And Darrell, we talk about it all the time. A lot of other ballparks, that's probably a home run. Seneca, that's 330 down the lines, 400 to dead center. A lot of other places are 305, 310 down the left and right field lines.
Yeah. And Jackson did a good job that time. That ball's hit hard, high, and deep. Kept it on there and caught it on the run.
As Tanner Woods takes a called strike here. Counts 0-1. Seneca has 6-0 lead, as he does not offer, and the count's 1-1. Seneca plays at Aurora on Thursday. You have to think Jagger Wilson in line to start that one. It counts 1-2. So here comes the 1-2. That is low, and it counts 2-2. Drew thought it was strike 3.
Well, so did Silas. Silas was going in.
2-2 the count here. Here comes the 2-2. That's outside, and the count is full at 3-2. Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home, Big Nickel, Missouri Southern State University, Prairie Top Chiropractic, Springfield Cardinals, all sponsoring the broadcast. Swung on and missed for strike 3. That will end the inning. Nothing new in East Newton here in the fourth. Head to the bottom half. Seneca up 6-0.
I'm Bryce Johnson with this Unpacking It Sports and Faith Minute. No matter how bad a team in sports has been previously, they always have the opportunity for different outcomes moving forward. Failure in the past doesn't mean they have to fail in the future. In our own lives, we can fall into the trap of thinking we have no choice but to repeat our failures. But we must accept the fact that when we receive new life in Christ, we're no longer the same person that we used to be. We don't have to have the same results or repeat a pattern of sin because we've been given the power through Christ to do things differently. Today, let's embrace the powerful hope and assurance the Bible gives us when it says, "And because of His glory and excellence, He has given us great and precious promises." These are the promises that enable you to share His divine nature and escape the world's corruption caused by human desires. I'm Bryce Johnson, and you can unpack that. For more, go to unpackingit.com.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is better health, better you.
Asher Prater to start off the bottom of the fourth here for Seneca. 4, 5, and 6. Prater, Heffron, and Owens working against Reinhardt, who came in the first and settled things down nicely as that one is foul tipped at the plate and the count's 0-1. It's that breaking ball again.
Yeah, I think Asher was expecting it. Went after it. Just missed it.
It's the 0-1. Fastball is hit in the air to center field. Yeah. Center fielder went back a couple steps and now comes back in and snags it for out number 1. As Ian Heffron will come to the plate. Heffron has walked. He's also struck out. So technically he's 0 for 1. So here comes the first pitch from Reinhardt. That fastball's high and outside, and the count's 1-0. He has really settled things down here for East Newton. He has given up 4 base hits, but he's only walked 1, and he's struck out 5. So that ball is hit to right field, and Cisse out there in right field able to snag it for out number 2.
Well, what he's done is throw strikes and make Seneca hit the baseball. You know, I mean, and that's what I guarantee that, you know, it happens. That's what Van Loo was trying to do. He was trying to throw strikes and just couldn't. You have those days you just can't find it.
Actually, it's 6 strikeouts for Reinhardt as Ryder Owens takes the ball and the count's 1-0. Owens 0 for 1. He got hit by a pitch in the first. Brought in a run. Counts 1-0. That pitch is spoiled foul. Counts 1-1. Home plate umpire and non-deck batter couldn't decide who was going to go get the foul ball. It's Bretton Crow on deck. Nice little chuckle there. 1-0 breaking ball is hit slowly and it's fouled off. So the count's 1-2, excuse me. Here on Owens. Owens has, I don't know if it's painful really, but you could say it would be one of the more painful RBIs because he was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded.
Take one for the team, right?
And I think it was a breaking ball on the back, so it really isn't that painful. Yeah. As here comes the 1-2. That breaking ball is in there for a called strike 3. That will end the inning. Down go the Indians here in order in the 4th. 4 innings in the books. Seneca up 6-0.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
Missourians know we've got their back. For 75 years, they've turned to Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance for dependable, personalized life insurance coverage. That's 75 years protecting families and the lives they've built. For small-town values and big-time protection, call Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance. We've got Missouri covered.
I am Josh Dotson with Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Services. If you're in Missouri, I'm for you.
Mid-America Specialty Markets of Seneca is a supporter of the Seneca Indians, and they're proud to bring you today's game. They provide insurance services for the 4-state area, including home, auto, life, and agribusiness. Located at 910 Washington Avenue in Seneca, they are licensed in Missouri, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Kansas. Learn more today at midminsurance.com or call 417-451-9177. Mid-America Specialty Markets. Protecting your business and family is our specialty.
And we welcome you back as Tucker Larson starts off the inning here for East Newton. Counts 1-1 on him. 5, 6, 7. Larson, Cisse, and a friend. 3-2 up. The 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed. And the count is 1-2. Seneca scored 5 runs in the first, 1 more in the third, and that's all Drew Sherwood has needed so far this afternoon. So the 1-2 is high and outside. Counts 2-2, and he's been very efficient with his pitch count as well, Daryl.
Well,
so the 1-2 is swung on and missed, and they are going to say he's out.
Drew's not one to mess around too much. He wants to get out there and throw strikes. He wants to work fast, and that's what he does.
So Joku Cisse will come to the plate here. Reached on a walk. So that pitch is high and outside, and the count's 1-0. It's one of the lone blemishes given up by Sherwood so far through 4 1/3 innings. Sherwood obviously in line for the win. So that's over for a strike, and the count's 1-1. Mid-America Specialty Markets, Dairy Queen of Seneca, First Community Bank, Cedar Lane Farm and Garden, Kiernet Pregnancy Center, and Watered Gardens, all sponsoring the broadcast as Cisse swings and misses, and the count's 1-2. So here comes the 1-2 offering. That's low, maybe inside. Counts 2-2. Cisse worked a walk off a 3-2 count. So he has a very good eye as here comes the 2-2, and that's outside. He's worked at full. Second time today he's worked at full.
Yeah, that's one of those pitches, Drew's mad about.
Comes the full count offering, swung on and missed for strike 3. Once again, his third straight strikeout over 2 innings. Second time he's done that here today. 8th strikeout of the game as Grant Friend will come to the plate. So here comes the first pitch to Friend. That pitch is dribbled foul on the first baseline. Nice play by first base coach.
Yeah. Knocked it down, kept it in front of him.
Counts 0-1. People's Bank of Seneca, Crowder College, Christian Healthcare Ministry, Seneca School District, Northwest Arkansas Naturals, all sponsoring the broadcast. So the 0-1 is inside, and the count's 1-1. Albrecht looked like he's playing kind of shallow right field. Looks like he's in a little bit more than normal. So the 1-1 hits the outside corner, and the count's 1-2. Southwest Missouri Bank, Neosho Daily News, Marine Center Incorporated, Community Bank and Trust, Safe First Storm Shelters, sponsoring the broadcast. 1-2 is outside and low, and the count's 2-2. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Here comes the 2-2 offering. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Sherwood strikes out the side. 4.5 in the books. Seneca in cruise control, up 6-0.
You found it, the ultimate car wash. The one that leaves your vehicle looking brand new every single time. Do we have a prep team that pre-washes? You bet. Over 300 ports applying soap to your vehicle? Yes, sir. 40 high-pressure nozzles providing over 2,500 psi of pressure? Who wouldn't? Buff and dry features that dry your car along with combined 100 horsepower blowers? Try 150. Be careful, we might just blow you away.
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future is our focus. Apply today at crowder.edu.
Access Family Care serves all of your health care needs, from behavioral health to dental services to primary medical needs. AccessFamilyCare.org. women's health, OBGYN services, accessfamilycare.org, with locations across Southwest Missouri. accessfamilycare.org, quality, convenient health care. Access Family Care medical and dental clinics, building relationships, providing great care.
1-1 the count here on Brenton Crow, who leads off the inning for Seneca. 7-8-9 here for the Indians in the fifth. As that 1-1 is in there for a strike, and the count's 1-2. Crow 0 for 1. Walked in the first, struck out in the second. That breaking ball by Reinhardt has worked wonders for him here this afternoon. So here comes the 1-2. Fastball swung on and fouled off. This count remains 1-2. Four State Sports Report, Missouri Farm Bureau agent Josh Dotson, Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce, Huddle Springs Church of Christ, and Toner Connections, all sponsoring the broadcast. Comes another 1-2 from Reinhardt. 1-2, breaking ball is low. It counts 2-2.
That high breaking ball is usually, especially high and on the inside, is one of the hardest pitches to hit. Since it's up in the zone.
So here comes the 2-2 from Reinhardt. There it is, and Crow got a piece and kept himself alive. Unfortunately, it got a lot of Tanner Woods as well.
Yeah, Tanner needs a minute. That's the reason the umpire went out there to the pitcher and talked to him a little bit, just to give the catcher a little bit of time. I don't know where it got him at, off the leg, inside the leg. That's where you usually get them.
So they're going to have a conversation for a second. While they do, the Northwest Arkansas Naturals are at home at Arvis Ballpark through Sunday, May 3rd, as they face the Springfield Cardinals. For ticket information, visit nwanaturals.com. Support our high school baseball on KNEO. May have knocked the wind out of him a little bit as well, because there's some chuckling going on, which is always a good sign.
Well, yes. Let's put it that way.
And now Crow going to apologize to him as well. 2-2, the count remains.
Catchers take a beating over the season.
So here comes a 2-2 from Reinhardt. That breaking ball is hit on a couple hops to shortstop. Shortstop throws to first. Boy, was that smooth.
Yep.
And there is one down.
That was Van Loo. Made a great, good, charged it, came up with it, and threw it while he's still on the run. And threw a strike over there. That's the best pitch he threw all day. Right to that first baseman.
It's Jackson Yoakum will come to the plate for Seneca. Yoakum 0 for 1. Walked in the first, grounded to the pitcher in the third.
All right, Crow got a piece of it. Come on, Jackson.
As here comes the first pitch to Yoakum. Boiled foul, and the count's 0-1. Got a piece, Darryl.
You did get a piece of it.
That's all you asked for is a piece.
Yeah.
Maybe you want the whole thing.
Well, now get a bigger one.
Maybe you want the whole thing this time.
Yeah, get the whole thing.
0-1 the count here on Yoakum.
Left fielder's playing in. You can burn him.
0-1, emergency hack, and it was a strike anyway, and the count's 0-2. It's that curveball, Darryl.
That's one. A curveball on the inside part of the plate, especially it's up in the zone, is always hard to hit.
Comes 0-2. He goes
like
with it
that
again, and that must have been inside. And both the pitcher and the catcher were wondering where that was.
Yeah.
I think Yoakum was wondering where that one was, too.
I think everybody was wondering where that was, because that looked like a good pitch from back here.
Comes the 1-2, and he foul tips it at the plate. Got a piece to keep himself alive. Count remains 1-2 here on Yoakum. So here comes the 1-2. That's low and outside. Count moves to 2-2. Doing a good job battling here is Jackson Yoakum.
See if you can get a piece of it. Be ready.
That pitch is spoiled foul. Looked like another breaking ball.
Go. Yep.
Got a piece to keep himself alive.
There's that breaking ball.
Catcher going to grab that foul ball himself. We're going to have a pinch hitter for Remington Albrecht.
It looks like it.
Blaine Collinsworth is on the on-deck circle. Here comes a 2-2. swung at the high fastball and missed it for out number 2. So pinch hitter here for Seneca. It's Blaine Collinsworth.
Number 6, Blaine Collinsworth.
So a pinch hitter here for Seneca. See if he has any more luck than Albrecht did. Collinsworth, a freshman.
We'll find out. Let's see if we can hit it.
First pitch is outside, and the count's 1-0.
Yeah, his first time of seeing a curveball come at his head and dive in.
So here comes the 1-0. He spoils that one foul towards the East Newton on deck circle, and the count's 1-1. Kind of an emergency hack there. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th.
Can really commit to it.
As here comes the 1-1 from Reinhardt. There's that breaking ball, and it must have been inside. Maybe low.
Maybe it didn't break.
Break as much as it coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Yeah.
Here comes the 2-1. Fastball, spoiled foul. Into the screen, and the count's 2-2. Got a piece, just a late piece.
Now he's got to battle. Anything close.
So here comes the 2-2 offering. Breaking ball in there for a called strike 3. That will end the inning. Nothing doing for Seneca here in the 5th. We head to the 6th. Seneca up 6-0.
I'm Bryce Johnson with this Unpacking It Sports and Faith Minute. In order for athletes to thrive, they need to establish a disciplined routine of practice and training. When they remain committed to these practices, they can look back and see how much they've grown. As followers of Jesus, it's helpful when we establish a disciplined routine to help us thrive in better knowing and following Him. Spiritual practices and a regular routine of studying the Bible, praying, serving, worshiping, and fellowshipping must not be done out of obligation, but rather integrated into our lives for the maturity of our faith. If we remain committed, we will be able to look back at who we once were and recognize the fruit in our lives. The Bible says, train yourself to be godly. Physical training is good, but training for godliness is much better, promising benefits in this life and in the life to come. Today, let's commit to sticking to a routine that will help us grow in our faith. I'm Bryce Johnson, and you can unpack that. For more, go to unpackingit.com.
Helping your teen learn smart money habits doesn't have to be complicated. First Community Bank's teen checking account is built for tweens and teens 11 and up with parents in mind. Teens get their own debit card, ATM access, and mobile check deposit, plus a bundled savings account to help them plan ahead. Parents get peace of mind with no monthly fees, parental debit card controls, alerts and notifications, joint ownership, and full account access. Stop by any First Community Bank location to open a teen checking account today. First Community Bank, where community comes first. Member FDIC. See bank for details.
Top 6 here in Seneca as East Newton will send their 8, 9, and 1 hitters to the plate as Pilcher fouls the first pitch off. Counts 0-1. Pilcher, Seiler, and Cole, 3 scheduled hitters here for East Newton. 0-1 the count. 0-1 is swung on and missed, and the count's 0-2. Sherwood has found a groove here. Just kind of like what Jagger did against Monette. That 0-2 is popped in the air foul. That's going to sneak out of play. Wilson retired the last 14 batters he faced, and Heffron had to come in and pitch the final batter and got an out on a pop-out to his ball, and so Seneca retired the last 15 batters, so that's swung on and missed for strike 3. It's 5 straight batters that Sherwood has struck out as Brady Seiler comes to the plate.
Looks like I got a pinch hitter, Ben, number 12.
As a pinch hitter here for East Newton, Bentley Howe will be batting for Brady Seiler. His first pitch to him is high for a ball. Count is 1-0. Community Bank and Trust, proudly serving our customers for the past 140 years. Visit their branch at 1102 South Cherokee for all your banking needs. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, proud sponsor, Seneca Indians. How hard is it to come off the bench and face somebody that's in a groove like this?
Yeah.
So that pitch hits the outside corner, and the count's 1-2. So here comes the 1-2 from Sherwood. That is just outside, and the count's 2-2. This pitch count has been very good all afternoon as well. 66 pitches through 5 innings is excellent work. So that breaking ball is low, and he works it from 1-2 to 3-2. East Newton looking for their first base runner since the 3rd inning. And that base runner got picked off. 3-2 swung on and missed for strike 3. That is 6 straight strikeouts over 2 innings.
Yeah.
It's Caden Cole will come to the plate. He's 1 for 2. It's a lone base hit for East Newton in the game here today. There's a single down the left field line. Hits one on a hop to McKinney. Be a long throw for McKinney, and he gets a nice stretch by Brenton Crow as well. Excellent play on both sides for Seneca. As Seneca blanks East Newton here in the inning. We're through 5.5. Seneca up 6-0.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is Better Health, Better You.
Jagger Wilson to lead off the bottom of the 6th here for Seneca. 1, 2, 3. Wilson, Sherwood, and Ball, the 3 due up. Wilson 1 for 1 with 2 walks, and he scored 2 runs. That first pitch is outside for a ball, and the count's 1-0. Sherwood 2 for 3. Ball 1 for 3.
Once again, Ben, center fielder's way over there in right field.
That ball is hit to center field.
Yeah.
On a hop, and Jagger Wilson is 2 for 2 today with 2 walks. So he has reached base all 4 times, and he has 3 stolen bases. I have a feeling stolen base number 4 is coming after this pitch.
4 and maybe 5.
Sherwood, 2 for 3 on the day, 2 singles. See if Reinhardt looks over at all. He hasn't really thrown over to anybody.
No. Hadn't looked hardly much anyway. There you go.
So throw behind Wilson, and he's back safely. Everyone at the Neosho Daily News wishes the Seneca Indians good luck. Let's go get that win. It's not as big a lead for Wilson, as he is off on the first pitch. It's in there for a strike. In safely at second is Jagger Wilson, and Darrell, that almost looked like a pitch out. And they still couldn't get him.
They threw it outside so the catcher had room to catch it, come up, throw. He threw it on the wrong side of the base.
So 0-1 the count here on Sherwood. It's 2 for 3 with an RBI. So that pitch is outside for a ball, and the count is 1-1. Seneca at Aurora on Thursday, home against Lebanon on Friday. We will have all of those broadcasts for you over the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network. So here comes the 1-1. He's off for third. In there safely is Jagger Wilson to third.
Wilson steals third.
They might have had a chance if the catcher would throw it on the, base side, but
big jump
didn't do
again by Wilson. 1-2 the count here on Sherwood.
Don't be surprised if this ain't a little squeeze. Who knows? I wouldn't do that to.
So here comes the 1-2. Breaking ball. It's in there. Actually, it was a 2-1 count because it's now 2-2. Excuse me. I had the count backwards.
That was an inside pitch that got called strike.
So here comes the 2-2. That pitch is
There
hit
you
through
go.
the right side for a single. And Seneca has themselves a 7-0 lead. And don't be surprised if Sherwood tries to take second.
No.
As Silas Ball will come to the plate for the Indians. He's 1 for 3. Springfield Cardinals return home to Route 66 Stadium Tuesday, May 5th, as they open up a 6-game set versus the Corpus Christi Hooks. Goes through Sunday, May 10th. For ticket information, visit SpringfieldCardinals.com. A supporter of high school baseball. KNEO is a big lead by Sherwood. Then it gets by the first baseman, and that may be him going all the way to third base on the errant pickoff throw. Give that one to the pitcher or to the first baseman? It's an error, but it's just a question on who. I'm going to give it to the pitcher.
Okay.
Because a better throw, you don't have to dive for it.
Yeah.
Silas Ball, now a runner at third. As that first pitch is outside and the count's 1-0. Keep up on the latest Seneca broadcast ball game schedule. Be sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/KNEO Radio. Follow us on X, KNEO 917 Sports. So here comes the 1-0 pitch. That's outside. And the count's 2-0. Prater's on deck. He's 1 for 2. Heffron in the hole. He's 0 for 2. Runner at third with nobody out for Seneca. It's the 2-0. Swung on and missed. Counts 2-1. He may have gifted a strike there to Reinhardt.
I think he did. It's all right. Looking at being aggressive.
2-1 the count. 2-1 is in there for a strike, and Reinhardt has worked it from 2-0 to 2-2. As here comes the 2-2 pitch from Reinhardt. That pitch is shot through the right side for an RBI single. And that's 3 straight singles to start the inning for Seneca. Asher Prater will come to the plate. The run is unearned thanks to the 2-base error, but it's still a run batted in for Silas Ball.
There you go. Good piece of hitting. 3. Let's see if we can keep this going, Asher.
So Asher Prater will come to the plate here for Seneca, 1 for 2.
We could just get 2 more runs in.
Could end this game in 6 innings.
And Silas is going.
Silas gets a stolen base. And, Daryl, that one was stolen on the pitcher because he was kind of jumping around there.
And never did look.
And he was taking off before he even threw.
Yeah.
1-0 the count here on Prater. So here comes the 1-0. Breaking ball swung on and missed. The count's 1-1. Seneca looking for 2 runs here to end this game in 6 innings. As here comes the 1-1, still nobody out. That 1-1 is nubbed foul towards the East Newton dugout. Counts 1-2. Reinhardt has done an excellent job coming in. He's given up 4 runs, but he's made Seneca earn them.
See if we can't get another one right here. Still nobody out.
Actually, he's given up 3 runs, excuse me. So that pitch is low and outside, and the count's 2-2. You would think I'd be able to do math if the starter gives up 5 and it's 8-0, that you should be able to figure out your math problems.
I can't figure that either, Ben. It's numbers.
You were the math teacher.
Well, I do X, Y, and Z.
So here comes the 2-2, and that pitch is looped
There
in
you
the
go.
air to right center field,
be
and
double.
that's going to fall in front of Cisse. Cisse does a nice job of cutting it off, though, as Seneca now has a 9-0 lead. As Ian Heffron will come to the plate, and we have a pinch runner for Seneca, as that will
27.
be Danny Macy running.
Danny Macy.
So he is the game-ending run now for the Indians. Heffron, 0 for 2, strikeout, flyout, victim. He's also walked.
Asher is officially out, I believe.
Yes. As that first pitch is high and the count's 1-0, but being a designated hitter, A, they don't think he's going to come back up, and B,
right,
they want a little faster speed
little
as
speed
that
on
game-ending run. So 1-0 is swung on and missed, and the count's 1-1.
Come on, Ian, stay in there and hit it.
Drew Sherwood in line for a win, and he gave up only 1 hit through 6 innings. Very efficient ball game for Sherwood. If he doesn't have to go to a 7th. Nice block there by the catchers. That's outside, and the count's 2-1. Ryder Owens on deck if it gets that far, and then Crow, Yoakum, and Albrecht. Unless there's another pinch hitter. 2-1 the count here on Heffron. So that pitch is off for a ball and in safely with a stolen base is Danny Macy. And now a base hit could potentially end the game. 3-1 the count here on Heffron.
Come on, Ian.
Not a big lead by Macy. It's 3-1, swung on and missed, and the count's full at 3-2. Looking at his bat like he's got a hole in it.
Mm-hmm. Couldn't figure out how he missed it.
Full count here. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Fouled back to the screen, got a piece, keeps himself alive.
May have a pitch hitter, too, coming up.
Yeah, that would be Logan Pennington, potentially, for Ryder Owens. 3-2 the count. Here again on Heffron. Comes the 3-2 from Reinhardt. And that hits the outside corner for strike 3. And there is one down as Logan Pennington. So Pennington
We're going to have
will
pitching
be
change,
a pinch
man.
hitter here. And a pitching change.
I think. Just because
Probably pitch count.
Pitch count.
Go ahead, take a timeout. Come back with the change after this on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
A proud backer of the Seneca Indians is Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca. Located at 1101 Cherokee, they are honored to serve the area with traditional service options including church and graveside services. They also have prearranged funeral plans. For more information, the phone number for Funeral Director Mike Steele at Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca is 417-776-2251 or online campbell-biddlecomefh.com.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
So, you're still debating whether to surrender your life to Jesus Christ. There's a lot of different reasons for not making that decision, but they all come down to this. You trust yourself more than you trust God.
Pride is the number one thing that keeps us from Christ. Our own ego. We think we can do it ourselves, or we think we're good enough.
The Bible says we're not good enough. We need Jesus. He paid the penalty for our sins. There's no way around it.
When you come to Christ, you must be willing to repent of sin and receive Him into your heart.
And when you do that, your life takes on a whole new meaning and purpose.
Then there's joy inside your heart when you come to Christ. These things have I spoken unto you, that my joy might remain in you, and that your joy might be full.
We'd love to tell you more about the joy that comes from surrendering your life to Jesus Christ. Go to findpeacewithgod.net. That's findpeacewithgod.net. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
And we welcome you back as Logan Pennington getting in a bat here. He will face Tucker Larson with that game-ending run here at second base, and Danny Macy. That first pitch is bounced in the dirt. Good block by the catcher. Counts 1-0. Carson Reinhardt's line isn't quite finished because that game-ending run would be his responsibility, but he pitched well for...
He did.
East Newton, as that pitch is a ball, and the count's 2-0.
That is Tanner Woods back there behind the plate, right?
Yes.
Is he taking a beating today? He's done a great job for East Newton.
So here comes the 2-0. Did he offer at it? He did not, and the count's 3-0. You have to think 2 straight takes are coming. Pennington, one of 3 seniors on this year's squad. Ian Heffron and Drew Sherwood, the other 2. Taking the entire way, takes a strike, and the count's 3-1. Pennington doesn't see much playing time, but still a vital part of this Seneca team. 3-1 taking, and that's low for ball 4. So
it's amazing those kids that hang around to play, how much they contribute to the team, but you don't see him much.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you think about it. You know, he's one of those other catchers. You see him with the catcher's gear on all the time. Right. He's probably catching bullpens,
warming up. Pitchers when Silas is trying to get rid of everything.
Here comes the first pitch to Brenton Crow, and that's high for a ball. Counts 1-0. Reinhardt, 5 innings pitched, 8 hits so far, 4 runs given up. They were earned, 1 walk, 10 strikeouts. So
he pitched well. He just gave up a few good hits, and
his final line isn't complete because he's responsible for Macy, the runner at second base, which would be the game-ending run. Crow 0 for 2 on the day with a walk. 1-1 the count here. Jackson Yoakum, I believe, is on deck. Seneca trying to end this in 6 innings and not have Sherwood throw a 7th. So that pitch is outside, and the count's 2-1. Woods has had to battle behind the plate for East Newton. Gotten banged up a little bit, and he's done a good job. So here comes the 2-1, and that's low, and the count's 3-1. As Larson has had a hard time finding the strike zone here. He walked Pennington, and now 3-1 to count on Crow. The 3-1 is low for ball 4. So the bases are loaded here for Jackson Yoakum.
Now to bat, the bases loaded. Number 3.
As this, the base hit, or really any, as East Newton is going to have to come home to have this game get to 7, so they bring their infield in.
Yeah.
If you can avoid a double play ball, you can end it. First pitch to Yoakum is in there for a strike. Counts 0-1. Yoakum has walked. He's also grounded out and struck out.
Just a good sharp hit through the infield. I mean, everybody up.
So here comes the 0-1. That is up the middle.
That could be it.
Shortstop's got to come home. It's a wild throw, and that will end the game, as that run doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
So a 10-0 is going to be the final score here this evening. Yoakum reaches on the error. I guess you call it a fielder's choice.
Yep.
As they could not get the throw home. And Seneca wins this one by a final score of 10-0. For Seneca, they're in the 6th inning. They got 4 runs in the inning on 4 base hits. There was, I guess you could call it an error to end the game.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll just say no errors and obviously you don't strand anybody if the game's over.
Right.
Come back with the post-game show sponsored by Crowder College and the Seneca School District after this quick break. KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future is our focus. Apply today at crowder.edu.
The Seneca R7 School District is proud to support the student athletes and coaches competing in this game. High school activities help students learn life values such as hard work, dedication, and teamwork. The Seneca R7 School District is honored to serve such a great community and wants to thank all the Indian fans for their great support. The Seneca R7 School District, tradition, pride, class.
What makes you feel loved? Maybe it's gifts, or words of affirmation, or acts of service. But what about the greatest act of love?
Jesus Christ loved us so much that he went to the cross and died for us. He took all the hell and all the judgment on him at the cross.
Billy Graham.
And the scripture says, God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever, that includes you, whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life.
That's right. Jesus thinks you were worth dying for, and he gave his life so you could join him in heaven someday. Find out more at findpeacewithgod.net. That's findpeacewithgod.net. And it's from the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
And we welcome you back for the final time. Seneca improves to 15-4-1, 5-1 in Big 8 play. East Newton falls to 6-12 overall, 1-6 in Big 8 play. And Drew Sherwood threw himself a gem. Really, third out of 4 ball games that Seneca has thrown really well. Don't give anything against Silas Ball, but when you win 72, obviously, offense is a little bit more prominent, but Ian Heffern threw well against Purdy. Jagger Wilson threw a 2-hitter against Monette last Thursday. Sherwood a 1-hitter here today. 6 innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, 11 strikeouts, and then offensively, he finished 3 for 4 with 2 RBI. We talked about, I think it was last Tuesday against Lamar, how he'd been struggling a little bit. Seems like he's starting to find his way offensively again, and obviously the pitching is there as well.
Well, the pitching is going to keep you in the game. That's all there is to it. I mean, you got Jagger, Drew, and you got Ian Heffern. You got those 3. They're going to keep you in the ball game. If you can get some base hits, get some runs, stuff like that, tough to beat. And you get Drew like today. You know, he got in the zone, and East Newton could not get him out of it. They got 1 base hit over the third baseman's head, and that was it.
And 1 walk, 2 base runners
and
in
one
the game.
Walk, yeah. So he picked one of them off.
He picked off the single.
Yeah, and so it's tough. What Drew does is if you get on first base on Drew, you can't steal because he's got a good pickoff move, and he keeps you at bay the whole time.
I think basically what you have to do is, just go on first movement. And, quote unquote, if you're picked off, you just need to go on first movement and you might be able to beat him to second base.
Yeah, I doubt that either, but it's still yet. It's tough. Drew makes it tough with your base runners, and so does Jagger. I mean, takes to get on. So is Ian. I mean, they're going to keep you in the game. If we can get some base hits and keep the bats hot, Seneca's got a good chance to run through district.
Seneca 10 runs, 9 hits today. Strand 6. East Newton no runs, 1 hit. They strand 1. Seneca on Thursday plays Aurora. Obviously, pitching is going to be a factor for Seneca, Darrell, but what do they have to do if they want to come up with a victory? Big 8 games on the road are always tough to win.
Well, here we go again. You got Jagger going. Jagger's going to be tough. He's going to be ready. He's going to be tough. If you've got to be able to produce, if you can get 5 or 6 runs, that'll make it tough on a roar to win. That's what you have to do is offensively. If you get to 5 or 6 runs, our pitching is going to keep you in the game.
That will do it for us here this evening as Seneca wins by a final score of 10-0 in 6 innings for Coach Darryl Harbaugh. Ben Wolcott saying so long here from Seneca. Thank you for watching high school baseball here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
This has been a live production of KNEO Sports. This broadcast may not be reproduced or retransmitted without the express written consent of KNEO Sports Network. This has been a sporting outreach of KNEO Sports Network, reaching into communities to make a difference for eternity.